we dealing with here? A set of perps with a very unusual skill set. Utah, I need a theory.
So I'm interested, how do you think you both would fare rock climbing Angel Falls yourselves?
I was on part of it and climbed a little bit of it because that's sort of my background, but I'm a land animal. I can't touch anything in the air or certainly anything in the water. That's for sure.
I've done a little bit of climbing, but I think Angel Falls is just a little out of my, my scale.
The truth of it is the extreme sports that we did in this film are only possible by a handful of the most extreme athletes in the world, one of which you just met with, Chris Sharma, who climbs like no other human being on the planet and has for a very long time. He's extraordinary, and he's the one who brought us to Angel Falls. And only people like Chris Sharma and Danny and Rada are capable of climbing something as dangerous and as extraordinary as Angel Falls, and did an amazing job. Peter Croft was with us too, who an absolute legend in the climbing community.
How long until I fell off and died?
Depends on where you start. If you start at the bottom,
I'm starting at the bottom. Okay.
Then you will never even get up high enough to die, so you'll be fine.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
That's a good answer.
I'm interested, where do you guys stand on sort of the philosophical debate between Bodhi's sort of free-thinking attitude versus Johnny Utah's by-the-book moral code? Where do you guys fall in line with that?
Well, it's interesting. Jeb should answer this, but I'll tell you that Jeb himself not only was so involved in this film as a filmmaking partner to me and brought us to Switzerland for the wingsuit unit, but is a lot of the inspiration for who Bodhi and Utah are from different parts of who Jeb is. So I'm interested to hear his answer to that.
I find the philosophies that run through the film very powerful and very important. It's much grander than just the original film was beautiful. I love the original film. I think it was the inspiration for the modern day extreme sports movement, But that was a guys robbing banks so that they can go surfing. This is a person who is, much more in tune with the nature in which he lives and wants to try to do something special for that nature in which he lives, because he understands how important it is, not just for his life, but everyone else's lives. And he's connecting to the universe in a way that he feels is super important and is super passionate about. And I'm obviously at this point in my life much closer to where Bodhi is. When I was younger, I was much closer to where Johnny Utah was in my way of thinking. And I think the philosophies that run through the film in the first one were powerful, and I think the philosophies that run through this that is the through line that makes the movie magic.
That's great. Do you guys have a favorite remake besides Point Break, of course?
No, and I hope we didn't remake Point Break. I hope we reimagined it.
Okay, that's fair. Do you have a favorite reimagining then? I'm interested.
I don't even know how to answer that. I'm so in this film right now. It's hard to think of that.
I'll tell you what. I like the last Terminator.
All right, that's
I thought that was
a
fun one. I thought the reimagining of how that Terminator went down was kind of fun. I think it was fun.
Do you guys have a most memorable moment from shooting this movie that just stands out among the rest?
For me, it was when Alaska John did his proximity flight where he comes basically a foot off the ground into the crack. I think that was the most spectacular thing I've ever witnessed in my life, and I will forever remember that till the day I'm no longer here.
And for yourself?
It's hard to separate the entire filming process. The extraordinary nature of going to so many countries, working with so many extraordinary, amazingly deep people in the extreme sports community, and great actors was all such a blur of the collective that's the experience for me is like nothing else that I've ever done before, and I can only hope to taste of it again.
Perfect. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure to talk with you.
Hey guys, if you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'll help you stay up to date with everything we've got going on here at Collider.